sure the stream is live. I can get my chat up here.
The comments they're saying?
Yep, the comments they're saying, so we can see what they're saying about us. Say hi to everybody, Robert.
Hi.
Looks like we're live. Say hi to everybody. First comment, Robert. I love your haircut. Everybody likes your mohawk. Everybody likes it already.
I got it like 1 day ago.
1 day ago. All right.
On my birthday I got it. Oh, after my birthday.
It was the day after your birthday we did it. Huh. Awesome. Well, it's 10 o'clock. Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. Here we are again for another hour of creative play with the 2-Bit Circus Foundation. As always, I am Michael. This is
Robert.
Robert.
And this is
Malin.
Awesome. We have our special guest here today, Malin. Just to remind you who she is a wonderful middle school science teacher joining us for our hour of creative play today. All right, you guys ready to have some fun?
Yep.
Awesome. So today we're gonna be playing a game that can work for a lot of different things. It could be an icebreaker activity if you're with a group of people. It could be a classroom, as Malin said off camera. It could be a classroom activity to do test review. It could just be a fun engineering design challenge as well. And I took this game as a mixture of 2 games that are already out there called Lego Creationary, right? That's the first game. Robert, you like Lego Creationary?
Uh-huh.
How do you play Lego Creationary?
You create Legos.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot.
It's okay. So in Lego Creationary, you have like a deck of cards and a die. And you roll the die and you get a different color that you match to the card that you pick up. And that card has 4 different items on it. And whatever color you get, you have to build that item out of Legos on the spot. And then everybody else who's playing the game has to guess what it is that you are building. And they get a point if they get it right. Then there's another game, very similar, but it's called Heads Up, right? Or headbands, depending on the brand that plays it. Some of you might have seen it as a cell phone that you put up to your head with the word, and you have to give them clues to try to guess what the word is. So the game that we are going to play today is a combination of those 2 games together. And so you're going to have a word on somebody's forehead, and the other people are going to build like charades or Pictionary. They are going to build out of Legos what is on your head. And the person who has it on their head has to guess what word is on their head by the thing that people are making out of Legos. Does that sound right? Is it clear or did I mess up?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good?
I know a different game that's like the same thing.
Uh-huh.
You put a headband on your head,
Uh-huh.
and then you have a card here, and then you have to guess what it is.
Right.
And you can say, do I have wheels?
Right, you get to ask questions.
Am I living?
But instead of getting to ask questions in this game, the people are going to use Legos to try to show you what word it is. All right? So before we get started, we want to make headbands because we don't have headbands, right? So we are going to make our own headbands that we're going to use to play this game. So we have a couple materials here. Robert, were you going to make your headband out of these? One of these?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome. Malin, how about you? Were you going to use one of these? Yep. And I am not going to use this material to make my headband. Instead, I am going to use cardboard and try to make a headband. So if you don't have any of these at home, that looks so awesome with your mohawk, Robert. Cool. All right, so join us while we build our headbands. And then once we have our headbands built and created, we're going to go ahead and do a couple test runs of the game and play. The one thing I do like about this game before we get started is that you can play during social distancing time on FaceTime with your friends. Just generate a list of words beforehand, and then you could just have cameras set up. Make sure you turn your picture off, and you could play with friends over FaceTime. All right, well, we're ready to build, so let's go ahead and get started. The scissors, if you guys need. The glue stick is there. You could talk a little bit, tell them what you're going to be doing.
Are you going first?
No, you're good. What are you going to do?
A dog.
A dog?
My headband's going to be a dog.
Wait, Robert, you said you're going to be a dog?
Yeah.
You're going to make your headband like a dog? Tell them what you're going to do about that. Tell me.
I'm going to glue this onto my headband. Right here. And then the other one here.
Okay, so that's what we're doing. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an adjustable headband. I'm only using this because it's a little bit sturdy. I'm going to be cutting in different intervals to make it adjustable so that anybody could use this.
That's awesome. So how are you going to make it adjustable, man?
So I'm going to cut it and I'm going to make interlocking, like an interlocking system.
Cool. I'm going to steal that idea. And I'm going to do the same thing out of cardboard over here. If I could get the cardboard cut. Cole, what are you doing down there, buddy? And what are you doing over there, Robert? Explain to us what you're doing.
I'm still on my dog. I just put one ear on.
Awesome. So show us on your head what it's going to look like. It's okay if it came off right now. We'll get it to stick.
Maybe we need the hot glue gun or super glue.
Maybe. We'll take a look at it.
Okay, just try it on for now. Let's see what your idea is and then we can change the glue.
So you're going to put it on your head. And you're going to give yourself little doggy ears. That's pretty creative. I really like that idea. That's a neat headband. Awesome. Let's go ahead and finish this up. I think this game is going to be a lot of fun too once we get our headbands built. Now, if you don't want to make yourself headbands before you play, you can actually just put some tape on the back of a post-it card and stick it on your head.
Yeah.
That's one way, but I kind of like the headbands better. It adds family time, the creativity. It is an engineering project. That's why I left the engineering cycle up there.
I need it adjustable.
You need an adjustable one too? I'm just checking Robert's head size to see how many to cut. Alright, so what I've done is, where are we? Here. So I've cut different little pieces here. And on the opposite side, I did them the other way around. That way when we're trying to put the headband on, you just interlock these two. And then that's your headband. And I made different sizes. So it can even fit Robert.
Such a clever idea, and it's so simple to make an adjustable headband that way. And again, it could be done with any material, even if you have cardboard or maybe just even paper. You know, regular computer paper, line paper. You can do the same concept as Malin did there. That looks pretty awesome.
Okay, so how would I do it?
How would you do it? Okay, so you see what I did here? You're going to have to cut your headband open. So somewhere in the middle here is where I made my cut. See it? At first you cut it in half, especially because you have your ears and you want your ears to be on the side. And then what we're going to do is we can actually make the markings for you. So you know where to cut. Okay. So you go from one side to the middle. Like that. Okay, and you make a couple of those. And on the other side, you do it on the opposite to the middle. So when you cut, you only cut to there. Okay, you can make more markings. You can come right here. Okay.
Now, if you also wanted to, you could turn this into like a mathematic lesson. You could do measurements in here. You can measure the circumference of your head to see a good shape, good size to make it. Or you could just do, as I'm doing, and estimating on the way and trying to do that track system that Malin showed us. I look like a ninja, huh? With it, like in the back there. Do I look like a ninja? That's pretty cool.
You have a ninja hat.
I got a ninja hat. Awesome.
I'm gonna have a doggy hat.
You're gonna have a doggy hat.
I'm gonna make these cuts a little
on
bit
the
deeper.
side I could draw eyes.
Yeah, you can.
It's gonna be like this, right? I'm gonna make it like that.
How about those are headphones now?
That's a good idea, Robert. You remember how we did the project where we made the speaker?
Mm-hmm.
You could actually turn those into headphones faster too. So you could combine these projects. You could have headphones while you're playing this game and listening to music. That's such a cool idea, huh, Robert? Awesome. All right, well, I think my basic headband is ready to go.
The whole set.
All of these?
All of that, and then the big
All of those. I was just about to ask you for one of those cards.
Okay, so we have two different size cards. I actually had started with the larger ones, and I found these smaller ones today. So depending on what you have, my next step is going to be to figure out how I'm going to place my card on my headband. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I have an idea.
Switch them up? I know what I'm going to do.
What are you going to do?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, you're not going to tell me? Well, I'll go first.
No, because then they're going to think I stole your idea.
Well, I might have stole your idea. I'm going to take...
Wait, no. I'm going to make like a little pocket where the card can be just slide it in there with a little pocket. Simple.
That's pretty simple, but that wasn't my idea.
Okay, good.
But I was going to steal your idea. I was going to steal your idea that you used over here to make the lines. And I was going to... Let's see how this fits on my head. I like my headband.
It looks like a piñata.
It looked like a piñata. I was going for the ninja look, but hey. Alright.
You look like how they dressed up in the village with those weird squirrel hats.
Okay, so now I'm like a
You're
hunter
Daniel
or something?
Boone?
I'm Daniel Boone. Okay, so what I was going to do is I was going to steal her idea of just cutting a line in the paper on either side, because I kind of had a corner at the front of my hat. And then I could take the card and I could slide the cards in and out see. Hopefully I can slide those cards in and out.
In and out the restaurant?
So I'm gonna make it so I can have my card. I don't know, something like that. It's not straight, but you guys get the idea, right? And then the card can be up there while I play. Thank you, Starks on it. They do like, oh, Dr. Leah Haynes said, great look, Michael. Thank you so much. And Starks on it says, I do look like Daniel Boone. So, awesome.
Okay, so I actually marked mine right where mine fits on my head. That way I can remember it and just put it on easy. I think I could do that for Robert if I'm gonna let him play with my headband.
I think he wants his.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think it needs to be a little smaller though. Does that fit good?
It's getting better.
Good. Let's make it a couple sizes
Maybe
smaller.
a little bit smaller. You can cut on this side too, baby. No, like right here on this side. Remember how we did it on both sides?
I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go?
I'm ready to go. I like the simplicity of my design. Cardboard. It's holding the card.
Uh-oh.
It's functional. It is definitely functional.
Okay, I made it too small.
I think you got it there,
Maybe
bud.
it's small.
Maybe a little too small.
Okay, you need me to help you out?
Yeah,
Alright, let me see if I could come over there and help give you a hand. I don't know if I got it back here. Alright, what's going on, buddy? That's okay, let's fix this first and then we'll put your ear back on. I just want to get the marking right, okay?
Wait, I think I made the cards the other way.
How about that, Robert? Does that fit good? I think you have the marking right.
Oh, come on. No more words.
Frustration setting in with the engineering design process.
Okay. Do you want us to have little now?
Why don't you just use
Because
it?
if you're gonna be using your headband, it's gonna keep bending.
Yeah. Use the hot glue or even the super glue might work better.
Which one do you want to use?
Super cool.
Okay. You got it? Make sure it doesn't get on your fingers.
Yeah, definitely. Andy and Ian says he loves Heads Up, that he likes playing it with his family, and you could make the topics more personalized this way, and you could even make them bilingual. And that's exactly the idea here, is that you could add any type of words you want to this activity. If you're a classroom teacher, you could do this activity with your students. You could use vocabulary that you use during the school year, you know, like I teach physics, so you could use words like velocity, acceleration, and they would have to try to find a way to describe those concepts to you using Legos. Another thing you could do is you could even do it as an icebreaker. If those people who are not educators, if you're a boss or a professional and you have meetings, and at the beginning of your meetings you want to do an icebreaker activity, this would be a fun activity you could do, where you could give people words that they have to challenge themselves to go around and find people who could build things out of Legos to break that tension in the room as they're getting to meet each other. So the possibilities with this activity are endless, and they're applicable to a laundry list of different things that you can do with them. Dead squirrel. I'm gonna stick with the Daniel Boone look. I like it.
Dead squirrel.
I like it a lot.
Dead squirrel.
Dead squirrels. We're gonna go
Dead
hunting.
squirrel. Dead squirrel.
Okay, Robert, how's your ears coming?
I just
You hot glued it or super glued it?
Super glued it.
Okay, and you don't want to put it on your head yet because you don't want to super glue it to your head?
Yeah, that'll stick on there for the rest of my life.
You know, there is a way to get super glue off your skin.
Water?
Nope, water won't work. You have to use acetone, which is nail polish remover. Okay, so what mommy uses to take the nail polish off of her nails, you could put that on your skin and it'll dissolve the super glue. Alright, let's see. Super glue dries relatively quickly. Not instantaneous, but I think that's ready to go, Robert. Let's put your dog band on.
But can you do it?
Yeah, Mom, it's easier if mommy does it because she's closer. I don't want to reach across her.
Okay, hold on. Is that good? Too tight?
No, it's the ear, guys.
Okay.
And how's your design coming along, May?
I lost an ear right here. It's coming.
Lost the ear again? Where'd it go?
It's on the table. Is that good?
So sometimes with these softer materials, I hope this doesn't sound too loud on the microphone. But sometimes when you're gluing certain materials together, you have to rough up the surface a little bit. That gives a better surface for the glue to adhere to. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's see. Can you put that on before I guys and not get his ear? You look cool. I like your doggy idea. And you look like a dog too, right? Little doggy ears. Okay, don't shake around too much because we want it to dry. Awesome. So as soon as we finish our headbands here, we are going to go ahead and get started playing. And again, the way the rules are going to work, and the first iteration, the first time we do this, I'll go first. So I'm going to have a card with a word across the front, and I'm not going to know what that word is. It's going to go into my hat, and then they are going to look at the word to tell me, they're not going to tell me, I'm sorry. They're going to look at the word, and then they're going to use Legos to try to build hints or the object that's on my forehead. That looks really awesome. And once they start building with the Legos and telling me what the word is, then I'll try to guess what the word is. If I get it right, I'm going to get 2 points. All right? And I will say who's helped me the best, right? So whichever build was the one that helped me get the word right, that person's going to get 1 point and a chance to have a word put in their head. Now, I just made up those rules. You can make up any rules you want with this game. That's what the fun is of it. All right, are we all ready to go? Now, I already thought in advance. As I'm looking at the computer, I could see the cameras running, so I see myself and I could see the word if there were a word on my forehead right now. So I have a little camera that I set up on the side here, and I made a mount out of Legos for it. And I am going to sit off camera, perpendicular to Malin and Robert, and that way I cannot see the screen and the word that is on my head. So there will be no cheating. And Malin made a scorecard here for us. So I am going to go off camera now. We are going to add a camera view, and then they will put the word. Oh no. Give us 1 second. Can we unplug it? Did it go back on?
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Sorry about that. We lost connection on our camera, one of our cameras. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and add a camera to the mix right now. And I will be off camera, again, perpendicular, not able to see the computer screen. That means I can't read comments either, because I could see it here.
Yeah, just leave it this way.
Cool. All right, where's the front of my hat? Cool. Going off camera. I gotta kick my other little dog out. Say hi, Penny. Hey, hi, girl. Alright.
Okay, so here are the cards.
I know, I'm gonna have to move the camera up a little bit though, right? Can they see? I got a big head and then my Daniel Boone hat.
Your Daniel Boone hat's like, what?
Okay. So I'm gonna pick up the card like this, so I cannot see it.
Oh, we gotta get the Legos.
Awesome. So now I have a word attached. I hope all of you can read it. May, is it visible?
Yes.
Awesome. And now I have to wait for them to build what is on my head out of Legos. And then I'm going to take a guess.
Okay, let's see.
Now while they're building their model to help me decide what word is on my head, this is a good divergent thinking activity because there's no right way or wrong way to build these things. You're just using your imagination and your creativity to solve the problem. The divergent thinking process is a good tool that is used often in engineering to come up with unique ideas that are different than what is out there. Okay.
I want to write the word on here. What it does.
Wonder what they're building. Is Robert's on camera?
No, Robert.
Robert, come sit over here so we can see what you're doing too. So other people can see, not me.
I don't know. Oh, you think you're just
Little bit of a tough to make it.
Robert. Excuse me, please. Don't be rude.
I don't know if this helps you.
Is it supposed to?
I don't think that one's gonna help you.
I was gonna say like stairs.
Does this one help you?
Not quite yet.
Maybe he should ask us questions.
I don't want to ask questions yet. You gotta build more. Now again, if you're doing this at home or with students in a classroom or in an office meeting, you can make up the rules as you go, or you can make your own unique rules for the particular challenge that day. So we'll try it right now without words. Let's see if we could be successful at this. I'm not the greatest guesser in the world, but we'll see what happens here.
Oh, I got it. Look.
Is it like a snake? Dinosaur? Alligator?
No, you already said it.
A snake?
Yeah, it's a snake.
Awesome, I got it right. Okay, so Malin's helped me out the most.
Look at the tail wagging.
Awesome.
And I also give you a little hint here.
He said,
You know what helped me, Robert?
This was the python.
It's the length of it made the difference for me. That's what was the key factor there. All right, does Robert want to put a card on his head? Awesome. All right, let's Robert come on over here. Does he have markers or things in his hat to put the cards?
oh no, he doesn't.
Here, we could just let's slide the card sideways.
You can slide it in between his head and the...
All right, Robert, come take the seat.
Wait, I don't know how to do it.
You're gonna look at what Mommy and Daddy are building, and then you just guess what we're building, okay? For the word that's on your head. All right, sit down straight, normal. Okay. Sorry that I poked you in there. Cool. I like it.
Can you put me on this side?
Oh, come on, what is it?
Okay.
What is it?
Hey, remember, don't move too much so people can read what the word is. And are you checking the comments, man?
No.
This one's hard. How am I gonna make this? I much like being the guest or more, but alright.
Guessing is fun.
Is it?
He's throwing Legos at people, man. Let's see, Robert.
I'm guessing a little bit from hers.
Can you guess yet?
No.
I think you can, you just don't want to. I can tell your face.
I don't know what it is. It looks weird. Dinosaur?
You're close.
Hey, ostrich?
Close.
Chicken?
Close.
Chick?
What are all those things that you're mentioning?
It's like something like that. Bird?
Bird, you got it. So who's helped you better? Aw. Good job, May. That looks like Angry Birds.
It does,
I
right?
would have said Angry Bird, huh? What's the red one's name, Robert?
An
Angry Birds?
red.
Red.
Go, Dad.
Okay, your turn.
Because it's
All right,
red.
it's Malin's turn. Are we keeping? You're not even keeping score.
Well, I have 2 points for
So-
helping out.
I have 2 points,
Well, I helped Robert and then I helped you.
but he took the seat. Okay. All right, Malin has 2 and Robert has 2. So it's tied up right now.
Okay.
All right. Good luck with this round.
Oh my gosh. I think I
Oh,
should
look!
look at the comments.
Snake bird. Bird snake.
Here you go. Okay, so this one's gonna take a while.
So I like that word. We said Deep Ocean Doctor said what a cool way to gamify a build activity. So I think that's awesome here. And then they said again, Deep Ocean Doctor said that you can review vocabulary with this, and absolutely, this is a good strategy for reviewing vocabulary in a classroom. I thought it would also be cool. I don't know if we did this. We put any cards to put numbers. You could put like a number like 4 on there, and then people would have to develop like equations or something to help the person guess what the number is. So it could be relatable to math class as well. Awesome.
Can you guys see it?
Easy.
Yes, we can. We can see it.
I need one of these. I'm gonna go over here.
He's all climbing around. He is ready to go. He knows what he's doing to build. All right. Do we have any colors?
The other box is there.
I'll just stick with the black. Green square.
Yeah, I could use yellow.
Maybe there's more.
Yeah, there's a whole nother box of Legos over there if you want.
Okay.
Now I get time to hurry up.
No, I ain't doing
I'm just
that.
kidding. Look at I was just kidding. I was kidding, Robert. I was kidding.
gonna take a while for you.
Can you get I'm not done yet, mate. Relax.
You're not very good.
I'm not very good. That's not nice.
What? Oh, maybe she'll guess from the top.
Maybe. I wanted a smaller size.
No, it's like something else.
A tree?
No!
Close.
So close to the tree. May I give you a hint?
No.
No.
No hints yet.
Hey.
Hey, what? Hey, what?
I need those little yellow things. How do you? That didn't help me at all. I was wearing that on my head.
I'm just gonna make it taller and do the same thing. So you can see how the divergent thinking comes in here, because you have to try to be creative to try to make something that will help them discover what it is. And sometimes that could be difficult, especially with something that's always square.
Is it like a plant? No, but no hints, right? Because yours looks like, you know, one of those like cat posts that cats climb up on.
Yeah, but not that.
All right, back to the drawing board, because mine looks like a cat post for climbing. I don't know what those are called. Maybe it's like a tree or something, right? Like a cat tree. Something, I don't know. I'm a dog person. I don't know.
I'm a cat person.
How are we gonna do this? We told you this round was gonna take long.
Because of that when you know.
Come on. All right.
You can do it.
All right. Trying a different strategy here now, because the other strategy did not work. I don't know if this one's going to be any better, but let's see.
Yeah, those look better.
So instead of doing like a three-dimensional kind of build, I'm going to try to do one that's more two-dimensional-ish, flat.
Yeah, that's not helping you out either. Are you using Daddy's strategy and just making it taller?
That's the best strategy in the world. I don't know why it's not working.
That looks like a bunch of carrots.
No!
It just keeps growing.
Alright, I think she could get this one this time.
I think I know what it is. It's a cactus.
Yeah!
Does that look like a cactus?
So, that is my cactus. Or Christmas tree. I don't know which way you want to go. But I think it's a cactus. Awesome, it worked. Alright, so I get 2 points. Where's the marker?
You get 1 point.
I get 1 point, you get 2 points. I don't even remember my own rules. Awesome. Alright, let's switch. And I have a feeling that I'm starting to get competitive here. So.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang. Oh, Daddy. Daddy, daddy, daddy.
Alright, bud, scoot over. Scoot. Can you hand me my Daniel Boone hat, please? It's in the Lego box.
Why did you put it there? Wear it the whole time.
Okay, I will.
Oh, look.
Let's make sure your ears don't fall off.
Dead squirrel. Dead squirrel. Dead squirrel. Dead squirrel.
Alright, bud, sit down.
Dead squirrel.
He was getting a little dancy there, huh? Okay.
Dead squirrel.
You just gotta tell me if the
squirrel.
card is visible to people.
Yeah.
Dead squirrel. Dead squirrel.
My cactus did look like a cactus both times.
Okay.
Okay, this one's easy. I need to destroy this one.
Alright, now you gotta try to build this one, Robert.
What color are you gonna use?
Well, we don't have the right color.
So again, as we were saying, and Deep Ocean Doctor also said that this is a good activity for distance learning. Absolutely, you could either play it as a game, or even if you are distance learning with other students, or you are a teacher doing it, this is a good activity for review that you can do virtually through FaceTime and live streams like Zoom.
Yes.
I know what it is, right? He won already.
Aww.
What is it?
Ice cream.
Correct! It's an ice cream cone!
Awesome. So Robert gets a point, right? And I
Yeah.
get 2 points.
Okay, Robert, your turn. I go on the hot chair.
Yay! Hot chair! Hot bathtub! No. No hot bathtub.
How is this an ice cream?
He went like this with it. Go on. And he likes strawberry ice cream, so when I saw the pink up there, I knew. Alright, Robert, sit straight. Sit straight, sit straight.
Cock-a-doodle!
Can you see it?
Cock-a-doodle!
Okay, we don't have all the colors.
Cock-a-doodle, doodle, doodle. Cock-a-doodle! What is it? What is it?
Oh, you got a head start on that. Okay.
Did you destroy my ice cream cone?
Did I? No. Here, look.
I see my cactus.
Give it to me. It's my ice
Can
cream.
you say please?
Please. Hey, ice cream.
Here, Robert, look at this.
A rainbow.
Here you go.
I didn't even get started yet. So you can see sometimes the words can be really easy,
Rainbow.
or they can be hard. Like my cactus. Awesome. How many more words do we have to do? We got a bunch? Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, go May. So you got 1 point and Robert got 2 points.
Okay, Robert.
Mama.
Switcheroo.
I want a 2-layer ice cream.
Okay.
Cool. I was wondering, I thought we were tied, but
I was helping out a lot.
yeah, you were helping out 3 rounds, right?
Okay.
Cool.
Ooh.
Who's gonna win this one, Robert?
Can they see the word?
Yes, they can.
Aww.
I can't read the comments though. Wait, say, excuse me. Oh, I'm trying to.
Can I draw something? Something.
That would be awesome if you could. I don't know if there's a way to do that on Twitch, but that would be pretty cool. They said if they could attach photos and play along with us, that would be pretty fun. I don't know if there's a way to do that.
I don't know.
Look.
Sparks on it. See if you could attach photos. That'd be pretty cool. We'll look at that and take
look
your
what it is
suggestion into mind when we're trying to figure out this word. Hey Robert, you can't do that. You just gotta build it. You can't do acting. we didn't say that was part of the rules, did we?
Okay, it's part of the rules.
Okay, it's part of the rules. Go for it.
Looks like he's chopping something.
But then I'm eating it.
Alright, you can't talk. We didn't say you could talk. You're cheating.
Don't.
I know.
No.
Because of mine or because of his?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Yum yum. What am I using?
It's not a trident. It's supposed to be a fork.
Yes, who helped you?
Both of you.
Very good.
I think Robert.
I think
did
Robert
first.
did because he got it first. Awesome. So we got the fork right. Okay, so 1 point for Robert.
And that one didn't
What?
take too long.
Robert is winning right now. How is that possible?
Because we let him go.
Oh, no, actually, you're winning now because I gave you 2 points. Hey, Robert, get up there. Mommy's in the lead. You better get this one right. Otherwise, she is going to win. Direct message you a pick. Okay. Yeah, I think that'd be too challenging right now to do that. To direct message and then I'd have to post it on the screen. I think that'd be too hard for this time, but maybe around next time we could try something like that. And then they like when Robert starts dancing around like a dance party. Alright, put a word on his head. I can't get a head start on me this time, man. You were cheating last time. That's my cat.
No.
Wait, where's my ice cream cone?
It's somewhere here, bud. Hold on. You gotta figure this out. And me and Mom are racing for it.
I need my ice cream cone. Ice cream cone?
Alright, Robert, what do I have?
Look, Robert.
What do I have?
Table?
Who's helped you more?
You?
Awesome. Alright, Robert gets 2 more points. I should have made them like 5s, but I didn't. And I get 1 point. So Robert is in the lead right now.
Table? Table.
Alright,
Table. Four.
Okay, so move over there.
Rainbow.
Alright.
Wow.
I'm so happy Robert's getting more into our streams though. Like on his birthday and this one, his engagement picked up.
Because it's more fun.
My first ones were boring. Is that what you were saying? Maybe true. Maybe they weren't age appropriate. Maybe that's. Did you look at the word already?
Yeah.
Alright.
You can't say anything.
Cool. And they could see?
Yes.
The internet world can see? Awesome. What is that? I know what it is, Robert. You helped me so much.
Oh my gosh.
Right, do that on camera so people can see. I don't think they can see over there. It's a giraffe.
Yes!
Show everybody your giraffe so they can see what your giraffe looks like.
Oh my God.
Awesome. Good job, Robert. You're back over here in the seat.
Wait,
Robert gets 1 point.
this was my ice cream.
Yep. Robert gets 1 point and I get 2
Yeah.
points. Okay, ready? Robert, don't put those in your mouth though. We don't want to spread germs, okay?
I love you, ice cream.
Thank you.
I love you, giraffe.
Okay, so that everybody could see the word, okay? Once you get started before I even sit down.
Hey, why did you put Did you put it the wrong way?
No.
Alright, this will be our last one, and then we'll talk a little bit more about recapping everything. I feel like he's been cheating over here.
At first, yours looks like a hippo.
Hippo, man. It looks like a hippo.
Looks like a hippo. How does it look
I'm
like
gonna do
a
a
hippo?
different style, I guess.
Helicopter.
That's what you get.
You're mean.
You made a helicopter.
You're a helicopter. And now?
Airplane.
An airplane?
What? Those look like wings. I need a better way how to make it.
Robert, what about that?
Flower.
Yes!
Hey!
Like my beautiful flower.
Better.
That doesn't look
I
like
think
a
mine looks
flower.
like a better flower. Man, I think I won this one.
Okay, that looks like a Mario plant thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not red.
Alright. So I got 1 point.
I got 2
Robert
more.
got 2 points. So
Am I on the lead?
it looks like Robert won this game.
I won the whole game?
You won the entire game here, so Robert has the most points.
What do I get as my reward?
To clean up.
No, you do that dirty work.
Okay, so it looks like Robert won here. He has the most points in this game. Again, you can do this activity with different words. We were just doing it with playful words that Robert would be able to know. But again, you could do this if you're a classroom teacher. You could use this with vocabulary terms. If you're a math teacher, you could do this with math facts.
Wait, did we use all of them?
You could do this with math facts, multiplication tables. What else, May? Can you think that you could have like a number up there and they have to write an equation
Bird.
to try to have the person solve to guess what it is, right? What number? So I'm thinking like something like x plus 3 is equal to 4. And so then the number x would be 1, and they would have to solve it to guess what it is, right? Again, you can make them more complex, less complex. You could do graph shapes if you're a math teacher. Maybe you do a straight line or something, and they have to try to guess what the equation of that line would be. Various different things. Vocab. Malin, middle school teacher, what would you recommend? Any suggestions there?
Everything you've mentioned, pretty much, as far as doing this.
What about what about science or something? More ideas in science. What could you do here?
Oh, so for science, we did this models of atoms before. So maybe we could do something like
Oh, that's cool.
Headbands with atoms.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So again, in the project playbook on the 2-Bit Circus Foundation website, there is a lesson in there, or if it's not in there yet, it will be in there soon, about how to make atoms using Legos, and talking about like an electron and nucleus structure. And so maybe they would have to have like the proton count or something, right?
Right.
And then they would have to try to build the structure of it, and they'd have to guess what element it is.
What element, or even combining it into molecules too.
Oh, that'd be cool. Tell us more. How would you do that?
Like maybe you could have like water as like your card, right? H2O. So then they would have to make H2O on their little Legos, and then the person would have to, guess water.
That's cool. Like have like something representing hydrogen and
Right.
That's cool.
Or
Awesome. So there's a couple chemistry lessons that you could do with this. You could do it with playing the game or not playing the game, but adding the game to it makes it more fun for students. And I could see you saw elementary eating this stuff up. They could do it with words where they have to spell too. Maybe if they have like spelling words, so they would have to write out the letters or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of things that would entertain them. That's okay. We lost that camera, but we're done with that. So that's some pretty cool ideas that you could do it for different age groups with the same concept of the activity. If you're not a teacher and you're just at home right now with nothing to do and you're looking for fun, maybe even like a happy hour thing, right? You get your friends on FaceTime and you could play this and have some adult time since you can't go out and spend that time with them. So a bunch of the teachers like happy hour too sometimes. So yeah, a bunch of different things that you could do here. So again, thank you for joining us today. It was a fun activity. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that Maylin came on board and helped us out with today. It was a lot of fun. And we'll catch you next time. Oh, again, please check out the 2-Bit Circus Foundation website at 2bitcircus.org. I got that website wrong on Friday. My apologies. I said foundation.org. But again, it's 2-Bit Circus 2bitcircus.org is a 2-Bit Foundation website. You can download all of the playbooks and these activities there as well. Thank you to Vans for sponsoring these activities. They're a lot of fun. And we'll catch you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Take care, everyone.